What is going on, Random Nation? Random here, and welcome back to day number 6 in the countdown to Black Ops 2. Today we're going to be talking about what my custom classes are going to be for Black Ops 2. So the cool thing about the custom classes in Black Ops 2 is that there's this whole new Pick 10 create a class system, which basically allows for you to have multiple different playstyles. So you can make your class according to your playstyle. So if you're a knifer, you probably aren't going to need a gun, so you don't even have to equip a weapon. If you're a sniper, you know, you can just make it so that the class is built towards you and you aren't sort of locked into this sort of structure where you have to take 3 perks, a gun, a secondary, and grenades and stuns. So if you don't even use your secondary, you don't even need one, which is what I think is awesome. So keep in mind, guys, that I have not played this game yet. I have seen live streams of it quite a bit, and I do know how some of the guns like react when they're with the recoil patterns and their damage and whatnot. But again, I'm not saying that these classes are the best classes or they're overpowered or something. It's just something fun for me to do because I just love doing this. So yeah, keep that in mind. It's just a fun little thing to do, and I think I'm actually going to split this day into 2 videos just because I have a ton of custom classes that I want to share with you guys. So expect part 2 coming out fairly shortly after this part is released. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and let's get right into this. So the first class we have here is my objective class, and the idea behind this class sort of is just playing the objective, you know, capping flags, being in front of a lot of fire, getting stunned a lot, and taking a lot of grenades, and just being basically a sponge. So anyways, we're starting off here with the M27, and the reason I chose this assault rifle is because it has the highest mobility in its class, so this is great for when I want to defend flags or something and I have to run all over the map. I'm using extended mags because I don't want to have to be caught reloading all the time, and quick draw just to have that same idea of lots of mobility. You know, quick draw allows you to aim in faster. That's going to really help for picking off enemies when I'm defending and stuff like that. For my secondary, I have the Cap 40, which is a fully automatic pistol. My first perk is Flak Jacket, so I am able to take more grenades when I'm capturing flags. My second perk is Fast Hands, so this allows me to switch weapons faster, throw grenades and equipment faster, and also I'm allowed to throw back grenades, so that's also going to help out my team when we're capturing flags. The third perk I'm using is Tactical Mask, which reduces the effect of stuns and flashes on my character, which is really, really awesome. For my equipment, I have the regular grenade that you can cook, and I also have 2 stuns. So what's important about having a grenade is that it's a tool for you to defend flags and stuff like that, so I love having grenades around. And also, concussions are key. They are so underused in the Call of Duty franchise. Not enough people use them to their full extent. It's great for just checking rooms to see if someone's in them, and it's also great for just slowing people down so you can get there faster. And when you're defending flags, if you stun the guy first, they are going to have a harder time defending themselves when they're trying to cap that flag, so that's why I highly recommend using stuns. So this next class here is basically my high kill streak class. I'm using the SIG 556 or the SWAT 556, and it's a 3-round burst rifle, but I've actually put the select fire attachment on it so that it can shoot fully automatic, and from the gameplay that I've seen, this gun looks beast. It's probably going to be a really powerful weapon. I'm not saying that's overpowered, because from what I've seen, all of the assault rifles are good, so it's just, I don't know, this gun looks really cool to me. I'm also using the extended mags just because I don't want to have to always reload, and I can get multiple kills with 1 clip, which I think is awesome. For my secondary, I have the B23R, which is a burst fire pistol, and I'm dual wielding it just because, you know, it's going to be really good up close. If I run out of ammo, I can just switch to that and then go bam, 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 you're dead. Yeah, so for my first perk, I have Hardline, which is going to be crucial if you want to get these higher up kill streaks, just because it's going to be so hard to attain. My second perk is Scavenger, which replenishes ammo, and it also replenishes grenades and tactical grenades, which I think is awesome as well. Then for my third perk, I'm going to be using Awareness, so I can sound whore, and it's also going to counter dead silence. For my equipment, I have the C4 and the Concussion, and the reason why I'm using equipment at all on this class is because Scavenger allows you to replenish both of these things, so I'm going to have an endless supply pretty much. So if you're going to run Scavenger, I highly recommend using tactical and lethal grenades just because it replenishes them, so yeah. Moving on here, this is my knife-only class, or my only use me blade class. So I'm using the perk 1, 2, and 3 Wildcards, which allows you to have multiple perks of each tier, so 2 perks. So for my first tier, I have Ghost and Lightweight, so that's going to be really, really 2 key rushing perks, just because Lightweight makes you run around faster and they take no fall damage, and Ghost, it hides you from the radar whenever you're moving. Scavenger, just to replenish my combat axes, and fast hands so I can throw those faster, and I can also throw back nades if I ever wanted to. For my third tier, I have extreme conditioning and dexterity, and now dexterity is going to be really key just because it's basically steady aim pro, where you are able to shoot your weapon or knife, whatever, once you're done running, so that's going to be really key. And for my equipment, I have the combat axe. Now, I am aware that there is going to be a ballistic knife in this game, but when you don't have any weapons, you have the combat knife, which is basically just a knife in your hands. So it's kind of like a ballistic knife, except it doesn't shoot out the knife. Now, if extreme conditioning isn't really that great, and I don't really see a need in it, I'm probably going to switch that out with a ballistic knife. And that's going to mean I'm going to have an extra point left over because I'm taking away the perk 3 greed wildcard and extreme conditioning. So I'm probably going to end up using, I don't know, maybe a stun or a sensor grenade. The next class that we have is this Pt.1 class. This is basically another sort of objective / slayer class / Russian class with this submachine gun. So the Pt.1, it's going to have extended clips, which I believe gives you around 50 rounds in the gun, which is really awesome. It's sort of like the P90. And I'm also going to be using the laser sight, which allows you to have increased hipfire accuracy. So I'm also using the perk 1 and perk 3 greed wildcards. So I'm going to be using flak jacket and ghost. Flak jacket just because I like being able to survive grenades, just because that's my play style, and as well as ghost because it keeps me off the radar, which is going to be really awesome. For my third tier perks, I have extreme conditioning for rushing around, and dexterity because it's going to allow me to raise my weapon after running faster, and it also allows me to mantle over objects and stuff like that, so that's great. For my equipment, I have a sensor grenade just so I can throw that out there just to check the areas to see if anyone's camping or whatever, and I think that's going to be a pretty good rushing tool. It's not going to be a camping tool anymore, the sensor grenade. It's going to be a rushing tool. So, yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I will be making another video very shortly after this one goes up, because I have more classes that I want to talk about, but I don't want the video to be like 12 minutes. So, yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next video. If you like the video, be sure to give it a like, share it with your friends also, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. So, yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed it, and as always, peace and butt sex.